Hey everybody, I hope everybody's doing good today. Look, I'm doing this video to try to rally up support to take our Second Amendment back. I mean the whole thing. The Second Amendment in the U.S. Constitution says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, period. That's the end of discussion. There's no interpretation. It says what it says. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to gather support to send in an affidavit. We're going to bypass the courts and go straight for the legislature of the state, and then we're going to go after the legislature, U.S. Congress. So what we got going on here is I've got an affidavit that explains to them what they're doing wrong. It explains to them what the Constitution says, the U.S. Constitution and the state of Georgia Constitution. And then it puts a demand on them that they have a certain amount of time to respond to this affidavit with a sworn affidavit with penalty of perjury. They have to respond to me and tell me where I'm wrong. If they don't respond within the amount of time that's been given to them, then this affidavit stands as truth and law. It will not be able to be judged in any court due to the wording of the affidavit. So let me explain to y'all a little bit about what I got going on here. What it is let me just show it to y'all. Oh, it's not gonna let me do that. Anyway, the way the affidavit reads is, now comes affiant, sui juris, one of the people as seen in the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of Georgia, in this court of record, providing the following claims that you may provide due care. Now I'm sending this to two of the members of the Georgia General Assembly, and the way that it's structured, if they receive the notice, the whole General Assembly receives the notice. So what I tell them is, please take notice that as one of the people, affiant claims that the BATF does not have the authority to write rules into law by means of the Federal Registry. The legislative branch writes laws according to Article 1, Section 8 in the United States Constitution, which says, the legislature is to make laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution the foregoing powers and all other powers vested by this Constitution in the government of the United States or in any department of officer thereof. That tells you right there that the statutory laws that they write are not intended for us. We are the people. We are the ones that gave them the authority to handle our business. They don't have any authority without us, and that's the way it is. So I also showed them Article 3, Section 6 of the Georgia Constitution, Paragraph 1, General Powers. The General Assembly shall have the power to make all laws not inconsistent with the Constitution and not repugnant to the Constitution of the United States, which it shall deem necessary and proper for the welfare of the state. So they can't write laws in Georgia that conflict with the U.S. Constitution. Then I explained to them the origin and structure of government and how we the people actually have the power. Paragraph 1, this is in the Georgia Constitution, Section 2. origin and structure of government. All government of right originates with the people and is founded upon their will only and is instituted solely for the good of the whole. Public officers are the trustees and the servants of the people, and we are at all times amenable to them. That means they have to answer to us at all times. I also explained to them that I claim that the NFA of 1934 and the Gun Control Act of 1968 are in violation of the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, stating the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The statement reads as written and boldly displays the overreach and the violation of the trust indenture that you swore an oath to protect. The Constitution is a contract. It is a trust indenture. When they swore an oath to protect our rights and protect the Constitution, that was a contract. So we're going to hold them liable for breach of contract. Now that they understand what is wrong with the laws and we've explained it to them, now they're responsible because they don't have the excuse of ignorance. They know. I also tell them, Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition, infringement, the definition of, out of the Law Dictionary. Infringement, a breaking into, a trespass or encroachment upon, a violation of law, regulation, contract, or right. They're violating a contract and our rights. Article 6 of the United States Constitution, paragraph 2. This Constitution and laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding, judges are bound by the Constitution. They cannot rule on laws that contradict our rights in the Constitution, and they're doing it every day. I also tell them, paragraph 8 in the Georgia State Constitution, it's the right of the people to bear arms. It says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, but the General Assembly shall have the power to prescribe the manner in which arms may be borne. That's a contradiction right there in itself, to tell us the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, but the General Assembly can dictate how we get them. No, don't work like that, sorry. So, we're going to have them fix that too. So what we do, y'all, is we send them this affidavit with all this information on it. We give them 15 days from the day of receiving this affidavit, which we send certified mail, so we have a receipt of when they received it. They got 15 days to respond. If they do not respond by sworn affidavit with penalty of perjury, these statements stand as truth and law. And they will also agree that this affidavit shall be considered adjudged, and no court shall hear the matter. Affiant reserves the right to take this contract/affidavit before an arbitrator of affiant's choice and at your expense, of which none of the people's funds shall be used. So, I also tell them that the remedy for this situation is the affiant demands remedy be found within 30 days of receiving this affidavit by dismantling the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, and removing the National Firearms Act and the Gun Control Act, and all laws regulating ammunition, firearms, firearms accessories, and any component thereof. No warrants shall be sworn or served to any of the people on any NFA or GCA statutes other than limitations placed upon convicted felons. If these demands are not met, then they're going to pay for it. Just that simple. They're going to pay. So, as you see, we swear this and have it notarized. It is a legal document, and they get 15 days to respond. And then they get another 15 days from that to fix it. So, I need some people to step up. I need some people to contact me. My handle is 2A Carrier at Twitter. Send me a direct message, and I will email a copy of this affidavit to you. I want to try to get as many signed and notarized as possible, and then send them all in at relatively the same time. Try to get them all sent in together so they're swarmed with these documents. Look, folks, this is the way that Dave Jose and Josh Barnett and Candace Taylor got the audits going in Arizona and in Georgia, is by affidavit. These things work. If you don't believe me, go check out Dave Jose at Dave Cares For You on YouTube and learn some law. I've been trying to spread this message all over the place and trying to share it with people. I need some people that got the guts and the balls that our forefathers had to stand up. Because look, man, I don't want my kids living in China. All right? We are much more free people than what we believe. We have been dumbed down through the school system. They have been taking advantage of us, and damn it, it's time for people to stand up. So, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Get the word out. I need some help. We need to make this happen. We are the people. We have the power. Now we know the tools to use to enforce our power. So come on and get on the wagon with me, and let's make this happen. Thanks everybody for looking at this. Thank you for your time. Like I said, please share it wherever you can share it. People need to stand up. This is our life. It's our rights, and it's our country. People paid in blood for us to have this right, not for them to steal it away from us. So stand up. Thanks, everybody.